This is it. This is what I was trying to get to all along. This is the first time I watched this video. There's a word that's spoken that I had to do exactly what I've been taught now, from watching Let Us Find the Truth video. Go to the online etymology and look this word up. So now I know the definition, I know where it comes from and all that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just a word coming in one ear and not the other. But this is the purpose of all this. Thank you for your patience. Please just give me a little bit more of your time. I'm going to show you what I found. Ready?
At the village of Movila, Chief Tuscaloosa staged an elaborate surprise attack against De Soto and his army. The Spanish slaughtered the Indians where they stood. It was a bloodbath.
The eyewitness accounts tell the tale. Women and even boys of 4 years of age fought with us. And Indian boys hanged themselves not to fall into our hands. And others jumped into the fire of their own accord. The arrow shots were tremendous and sent with such a will and a force that the lance of one knight was pierced by an arrow. We killed 3,000 of the vagabonds without...
There you go. That word, vagabond, right? That's what stopped me dead in my tracks to the point where I'm like, all right, what does that word mean, right? So I had it here. Hold on. I want to go to the etymology page. Let me see here for a minute. Let's see. Go to etymology. Check this out, right? Now, right away, I read the first one they gave me. What this was the English, and my mind said to me, wait. Those are Spaniards. They're speaking Spanish. Go down to what the Spanish had to say about them, and this is what I came across, right? Which I thought was really alarming, right? And it says it compares in Spanish to Truhan, I believe that's how it's pronounced, or check this out. Buffoon. Buffoon. Vagabonds are buffoons. That's what it compares to. That's what it relates to, right? From some source, meaning one who wanders from an appointed place. Now think about that for a moment. You have a place you're appointed to. Let's say you have assigned a town. You're told this is your land now. You're stuck right here. A reservation, right? This is where you're gonna sit. You're not allowed to leave here. But now I look up, I'm your captor, and I see you. You're not on your land. You're not where you're supposed to be. Therefore, I could call you what? A vagabond, or a buffoon, right? Or maybe not. Maybe I need to look into what the term of buffoon is. But right there, when I've seen one who wanders from an appointed place, it almost made me think about too the Runaways. You know what I'm saying? As in the Seminoles. You know what I'm saying? I know runaway and a wander are two different. They're not the same terms, but that's what was creeping into my mind as well. But I wanted to now look up into the Oxford Dictionary when it comes to buffoon here. I thought that was another one where I was like, all right, let's see what they had to say about this one. All right. Let's see. That's not spelled right. What the heck is that? Let's see. There we go. That's where I found it. All right. So here they use like the English term, one, a person who is wandering from place to place without a home or a job. Reminds you of the Aztecs there, where it reads that what happened to them. They were, once the Spaniards came in and took all their land, their property. They had no food. They had no forests for woods to hunt in or anything like that. They had no jobs. It was so bad to the point where they were sold, to build the railroads and stuff like that. Remember that? There's your vagabonds. One who doesn't have a home or place, but that's the English term for it, and it comes from the Latin, adopted by the French and so on and so forth. Um, there was a word though I had seen I wanted to get to because I thought that word was something pretty much. Hold on. Oh, that's vagabond. I need to look up buffoon, right? That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to look up buffoon. Ready for this? Buffoons, right? Yeah, get a look at this, right? All right, it's mid 16th century from the French buffoon. That's what I was looking for. It's a Latin buffo for clown. Buffoons are clowns. You know, you get a clown out of a vagabond, a person that's wandering looking for work. The word buffoon is attached to it, right? And it talks about here there's a dance they're also they do. Uh, there was something else that really stood out when I was doing that though. I'm sorry, I'm still trying to piece this together. I could not believe I came across this. Buffoon. It comes out of vagabond, and that was the other word. Coon. I was looking at that and I'm like, well, what basically is a coon? And I was reading some of the links that were linked to this because but I couldn't find anything to link buffoon and coon together besides the fact that they sound alike. Their job descriptions are alike. Performing dances, looking for work. You were out of employment, so now you'll do anything to find some type of work. You know what I'm saying? Um, well, down here they just give you words they say rhyme with it. And the scene was a raccoon and all that was down in there. There it is. It was in there too. I thought that was something interesting that all this is all wrapped up in just one word, buffoon. And it comes from that was related to what vagabond, which he called the Indians, which you know uh, reminds us a lot about our people. The way they get labeled as coons, and you're doing coonery or your buffoonery and stuff like that. I mean, we hear it all the time used, but do we actually know what it means? I don't think so, because this is saying something interesting, if you ask me. I looked up this dance right here, right? I looked up this dance and I couldn't find anything um, interesting. At least I didn't think there was anything interesting. Like, give me some links to some Asians, doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Look at one of those dance contests. Remind me of like Asians' version of Stomp the Yard or something like that. So let's see here. Hold on. What I was looking for. Go back. And I couldn't look. They wouldn't give me anything if I had a dance in it. But if I take the dance out, check this out.
Pantomime.
Pantomime. And they give it here. I'll zoom in here so you can see this. I mean, doesn't it, the description of all of this, doesn't that match up with coons? You know what I'm saying? Or at least what they show us, the image of a coon. It all comes from what? Vagabond, a wanderer, person that keeps leaving his place, right? This is what the vagabond relates to, you know? Oh man. So let me look something up here. Let's see here. That's not what I'm looking up. What the heck? There you go. Wow. Why don't you give me... So there. You know, there's an image I was really looking for. There's one we all have seen it before. You know, that's what I was looking for. And it's interesting because, like, you know, everybody's got their own terms for it too. You know, because like what the Mormons say that coons come from what was it called, the raccoon people, or the people that ate raccoons, and they were black Mormons. You know, and they have a whole piece about how the coons and the Mormons were working together for the longest time, and how they were in the Mormon church and all that stuff. So, you know, and their practices. There's one image I wanted to see. There's this image where he's going along, hopping along, and everything like that, you know, and it just reminds me of I just can't find it. It just reminds me of he looks like, you know, he's got no care in the world, but man, whatever. And I'm sorry if this has offended anybody. I don't mean to do that to my people. I'm just saying, like, I think there's a link between a link between the word vagabond and Buffoon and Coon, that they're all are an umbrella under one another. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, once I clear it up even more, I'll be able to explain it better. But right now, I'm just saying, like, this is what's, you know, in my head. This is what's in my mind. You know, and it's just strange that you're going to call Indians vagabonds, not just meaning that, you know, and it's like it's got to go to the Spanish term, you know. You can't just sit there with the English and say, oh, there it is. It just means somebody's wandering, you know. They weren't speaking English, they were speaking Spanish, right? So we go to the Spanish term, and the Spanish gives us something totally different than just, oh yeah, it was just, you know, some people that just wouldn't stay in their place, you know. So anyways, if you feel like leaving a comment, you know, if you see what I'm trying to say, and you can, like, piece it together a lot better than what I've done, please, you know, I mean, I'm all ears, you know what I'm saying? And or the Scott, you know, get at me when you can. All right, peace out, family.